the National Football League on EA Sports, where we've got ourselves an NFC title game. It's the 49ers and the Lions under the lights on Thursday night.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Detroit Lions. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. They start. Gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Off play action. Here's Hooker. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Gibbs on the toss left. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 3rd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him. Now coming up. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Caught here by Griffin. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Hooker now off play action. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. Davante Adams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That time 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing here, Purdy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Purdy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right when the set down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. McCaffrey on the counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Purdy from the gun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, Purdy. And I think the ball's out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. Can almost see inside his face mask there. The look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On 2nd down, Davis. Oh, he's got a little dent. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 46 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And a long run there in the end to top it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And he's got it to Patterson complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Hooker now on 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Davante Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now with Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Hooker. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Hooker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he returns this to the 22. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And it is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Purdy. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete right around the 8. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
McCaffrey. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are back within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got as an offensive play caller? You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Off play action. Here's Hooker. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Hooker on 1st down. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now. Gibbs straight ahead. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Hooker. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. But no matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Floater there is incomplete. And this drive
was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on fourth down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Hooker. Caught on the right side by Adams. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First down throw here. It's Hooker. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing. Hooker. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Chicago Bears. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. We got an excellent first half from the man from Tennessee. That's Hendon Hooker. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And
the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, it's Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They begin the drive with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Rasheem Green. Here's 2nd and 10. Hooker now off play action. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Hooker's going to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone covers there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The end result, 21 yards. On the counter, here's Williams. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball secure.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They go play action. Here's Hooker. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown! A great play there. 52 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Hooker going to try to throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter
run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Purdy off the play fake. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Hooker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and the first down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Purdy now to throw. But he will find his man Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson now with his second sack here on opening night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Here's Hooker to throw it. Caught here by Griffin. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left for being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Williams is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Purdy to throw it on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Now Purdy. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now a 2nd and 6.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Now, hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Hooker now off play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Darnell Washington laying himself out in the end zone. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Now on first down, it's Purdy. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Here's Purdy. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Lions will take over. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. On first down, Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The busy night continues for Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That, before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in the booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Lions, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.